Today I'm hearing very loud and clear that there's someone that's not willing to admit the place that they want to be in, the role that they want to play in their life, especially with family, with friends, with you. And for a very long time, this energy has had a set of values that they've perpetuated or projected onto people. And it was easy, is what I'm hearing. It was easy to pretend to wear a mask. But for whatever reason, the changes that are happening right now, it's very heavy. That's what I'm feeling like. The mask is very heavy. But at the same time, this energy is still in a place of blaming. Because I'm going to say this because this is an energy that wanted to push you away. And in the past, this has happened for them. Like, this is an energy that has pushed people away, and people have tried to grapple with the absence in their life, with this person's absence in their life. They've tried to do everything that they can to either get them back or to pretend like they were okay. But you're not doing that. You're actually learning something fundamental about yourself, and you're going inward, and that reward is here. Like, you're seeing the reward of your efforts, the reward of your careful steps that you've taken. I want to say this energy is inspired, but they're also feeling a sense of like something coming back right around to bite them in the ass, because this is a person who gets the sense of their identity from people kind of still longing for them, from people feeling lost without them, from people feeling like they were the most special thing that ever came into their life, and then, oh God, they disappeared. This is the kind of person like that I'm picking up on today. But the role that they try to assign you in their life is the role that they have assigned themselves in your life, is what I'm hearing. So if they wanted you to long and to be desperate, like, this energy is trying to push down or suppress a sense of desperation that they have to come and actually accept something within themselves. It's not even like a desperation for them to communicate, because again, they would rather blame. They would rather feel a sense of victimized, woe is me, like I should have planned better to get you in a better trap. It's all of that kind of energy that's really constantly in a feedback loop for this energy. Like, a part of the thing is that they feel as though they've showed you their cards a little too early. Like, they've said all the things that in the past would have worked out for them. It was like, hook, line, and sinker is what I just heard. It was like, it would have worked out for everybody else. And like, the impact that you have, it's not something that they wanted. It's not something that they thought they would feel in such a very prolonged sense, because that was what they were planning for you. Like, that is the role that they wanted to assign you in their life, because they felt like you would be a really good source of energy for them if you were stuck on them. Like, this person wasn't very careful with their words, is what I'm hearing. They weren't careful with their actions, because they come from a state of wanting to be like the odd one out. Like, this is a person that you might resonate with on a very deep level, like a part of you guys may be aligned with each other, but there's something that actually separates you from them. You don't take a sense of identity from people being hooked on you, but you both have people that are hooked on you, is what I'm getting. But you're not doing it from a sense of maliciousness or malevolence. You're not doing it for a sense of identity, but this person has made that their identity. They have not ever removed their mask from people. They might be surrounded by people right now, or maybe even not. They're surrounded by imaginations and what they want or would like to have, but this is the kind of person who is scared of loving people, scared of being loved, might not even know exactly what that means to them. But what I'm hearing is that they did something or said something that they didn't expect you to take seriously. Like, they didn't expect you to take yourself seriously, to take lessons and being guided by your purpose seriously. But they have a lot to learn from you, and they are learning a lot from you, whether they like it or not, because this is the kind of person that wants to close the gates of hell. They want to close everything, close chapters, and pretend like nothing has ever happened. But that's not possible. Like, the light in their life is actually, it's gone for some reason, and they have their selves to blame, but they would like for you to take accountability for it, but you're not doing that. I'm getting like this energy waking up and the world around them having completely changed. Especially if this is a person that did something wrong to you. Maybe it wasn't just, the wrong words exchanged. Maybe it was something that they've done. And I'm getting like, if they were isolated before, if they were living a life of isolation before, they're living an absolutely different life now. It's almost like the lens with which they see the world through has changed color. It's not the same. Like, this person longs for who they were. They long for seeing the world in the way that normal people see it. They long for that because something about them has been like either tainted, or it's like the veil has been removed from their eyes, is what I'm hearing. Partly the actions that they did towards you was because they didn't want you to face the relief, or they didn't want you to be relieved of them. They didn't want you to move on and see clearly and just do what you do, because that would have put a spotlight on their past. That would have put a spotlight on them, period, on how they choose to manage themselves. Like, that would have put a spotlight on the subconscious behaviors that this person entertains, and they felt justified entertaining because, mind you, in the past, people would make this person feel like they did nothing wrong by chasing them. They would make this person feel like they were something special, even though they were very abusive or very neglectful. What I'm hearing is that this person has been perceived as a very mature, like, I'm not old school, I'm, clear, I know what the direction of my life is. Like, a lot of people in their family and their friends and their circle sees this person in this very fake light. But you're the only person who saw past that. You're the only person who sees their mask beneath. You see them for what they are. And this brings them into a place of feeling almost like a child, like wanting to throw a tantrum, but also wanting to shut their mouth and just be pouty and sit in the corner. Like this, you elicit a very polarizing reaction. You trigger this person in a very deep way. And most of the reason why you do so is because you're self-focused. Like, keep doing that. This is a part of the message where I'm telling you to keep doing that. Keep searching within yourself and bettering yourself in whatever way that you are right now, because you are creating a very positive change, even if it has nothing to do with you. Because more often than not, this energy is still in a place where they want validation from people, and they don't see it that way. You're the first person that's making them see that they actually thirst for validation, because they have made people act on their behalf. They have made people feel like they were needing validation from them. But that mirror does not work with you. That them projecting that energy onto you is literally just coming right back around to bite them in the ass. So if they wanted you to be hooked and obsessed and concerned about them and anxious, that's what they feel about you. Like, precisely what they feel about you. And when I say there is an ego death, a humbling effect to that, but it's also feeling a little bit dangerous because they have no escape route. Like, this person is cornered, energetically speaking. And it doesn't help the fact that they're beginning to see every action that they've taken, not just against you, but other people. And it's making them isolated. In the past, they would rival in that. This is a person that feels like, well, it's because I'm better than people. It's because, people just don't get me. That's why I'm isolated. No. They're seeing now they're isolated because they're actually beneath people. Like, they're actually a scumbag to some extent. And you're the one who's making them see this. Actually pretentious. Like, they pretend to be something like an uncracked, unfazed person that they're not. And you're like their ultimate weapon, their ultimate mirror. So keep this energy in mind, because that's what I'm picking up on today. As usual, I don't reach out. Those are scammers. Everything is in the description box as usual. I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this message.